Perhaps you've seen it, maybe in a dream, a murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drangleic. Perhaps you're familiar? No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. Is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Play Through Hell. This is the Peruvian Knight. I decided not to talk in the intro because I just love the intro so much. And boy, has there been a lot of speculation with just the intro alone. I mean, no surprise. I mean, it's just Dark Souls 2 after all. I meant to say this is a Souls game after all, but whatever. So yeah, we're doing it. Playing Dark Souls 2. So there's been quite a number of speculations just pertaining to the intro alone, like I said. Like when it shows the reflection of in the water when apparently the cursed undead here walks through. And many people like to speculate that it's Dragon Lake or it's the Iron Keep because of its similarity looks when we get to the Iron Keep. I mean, you'll be able to see it, and I believe it might be. And when you start to, well, when the Cursed Undead goes, damn, that grass is loud, goes into the whirlpool, I like to speculate that he jumped through time or another dimension, as we will quickly see why I come to that conclusion. Well, I wouldn't say quickly, but as the game progresses, we'll be able to see why I believe that he jumps through either a different timeline or another dimension of sorts, because of the fact that just by that reflection alone gives away a lot. I would say in my personal perspective that it gives away a lot in terms of like we're going through another timeline. Especially when we get to Majula in a sec. And these three lovely ladies here, including
It's an undead.
The handmaiden. Well, not the handmaiden, just the lady that takes care of them.
All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you? You're finished.
Thanks.
You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them. Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
Ha 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 ha, funny.
What is your name?
I don't know. What is my name? Okay, for the sake of it. Yeah, sure, why not? It's not a name, but it'll do. Ah, I can't put it all. So... there! Ah, crap! Ah, okay. If only I come up with a shorter name, but I didn't. Okay, whatever. I'll just go by my other alias that I like to use. Banjos the Second. There we go. Yes. Yes.
At least you know your own name. Here's your reward for sharing.
Ah. The replacements of the humanity.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
I don't know.
Think back, deep into your past.
Well, there was that one time I got so drunk.
It's an effigy of you.
It is? It looks nothing like me. Oh, right. Okay, we're just gonna do a quick one because I don't want to waste time on creating a character. So, yeah, we're gonna be a woman on this one. Now, what's the best... well, in terms of, like, armor sets, what? Let's see. The armor doesn't look weird at all. I guess that one. Oh, right. No. Fine, I'll leave that alone. Okay, we're gonna do this real quick. That's fine. Let's just pick. There we go. Color, make it whatever. Let's see. Huh? Nah. Yeah, we're gonna go with brunette. Eyebrows. We might as well go with bushy eyebrows. No. Alright. Let's see. What do we got here? That's evil looking. And it goes over the hair and the hair. Nice. Eyebrow color, leave it alone. Color eyes. Ooh, I like that. That was a random pick. Should I have a tattoo? Nah, no tattoo. Screw it. Okay, now we get to pick our class. Now, this is where we get down to the meat and bones. I'm thinking of either going with cleric or starting with the deprived, because with the deprived, at least this time around, it's a lot more. I mean, you can't really use anything unless you start putting in points in whatever it is you're gonna start with, whatever you want to be. So the bandit, for the most part, is a good one to start with too, because of the high stats of strength, and already we got points in dexterity, and lots of weapons in this game depend on dexterity. Well, swordsman has high strength too, and decent on dexterity. But we get 2 crappy swords and not a shield, which a shield is very much required in this game unless you're a pro that doesn't play without a shield at all. And I haven't done that since Demon Souls. So, you know what? Guess we're gonna be a cleric. Sure, why not? Now, when it comes to the gifts, don't bother with the life ring, because you're gonna get that later anyway, and it only gives you a slight bit of HP increase, which you'll barely notice. Human effigy is basically the humanity from Dark Souls, which lets you keep your human appearance and lets you summon other players, or basically that's the main gist of it. But since we already start off with one, there's no point in starting off with more, because we're gonna get a bunch of them later. This is a good one to start with for new players to this game. You'll get 4 different healing varieties and poison moss, which is not bad. Homeward Bone is basically just sending you back to your last place where you rested at a bonfire. No point in keeping that. Now, this is interesting if you like to PvP, or to help you in terms of others that invade your world. Basically, what this Seed of the Tree of Giants does is it aggroes all the enemies in the world, in the area, I mean, that lets them attack the other player, or the other invader. Normally, when somebody invades you, they don't aggro any of the enemies. They're invulnerable against them, unless you have the Seed of the Tree of Giants, which lets them let the enemy start attacking the invader, which is good, but we'll get one, I think, later. Bonfire Aesthetic is basically lets you increase the difficulty of a certain area, basically putting it in New Game Plus and so forth. So basically this is more for a farming idea. If you want to like get more of the same item over and over, it lets you, well, I wouldn't say over and over, but you know, if you have more than one, yes. Now this one I'd say is the one that I'm gonna go with, Petrified Something, because later on, actually once we start leaving the area, we're gonna be able to trade this in to one of the birds that we're gonna meet later, that they're gonna randomly drop either a very useful item for the game, or, well, yeah, you're gonna get something useful regardless. Either it's gonna be something to increase the power of your weapon when we get a Smith. Yes. We'll see. You'll see what I mean when we get there.
People come here for the same reason.
Yes,
To
yes.
break the curse.
I've already played this game like
Different, I should think.
numerous times, so I pretty much know where to go and what to
Doesn't
do.
stand a chance. You never know.
And I have to say, my final impressions in this game, while it has a lot of good standing points, there's also a lot of times in the game where I question the decisions that they made for this game. And we'll go over those once we start getting to those parts that I am gonna complain about.
Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
Oh, how clever. You're basically saying that we're gonna be going through the same thing over and over that we have been doing with the other previous Souls games. Yes, yes. Oh, there we go. We're ready. Alright. Let's start. Now, we already start off with a pretty good weapon that unfortunately we cannot wield in one hand, but we can dual-wield it. Or two-handed, I mean, wield. I really gotta figure out my words. And see what I mean? If you pick the human effigy, you already get one upstairs, so kind of pointless. Now, if we want to reset our character and start off with like new stats from the very beginning, we come back to them with a certain item that we'll get later, which is something called Dragon something, or I forget what it's called. Whatever. You know what? Let's light our first bonfire. Break this. There we go. And now we have a torch. Oh, the torch. How sad. How sad indeed. Alright, so we want to get to the birds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all know by now about the lighting system that they had to pull out. Get out of my way. See what? Look at that. One hit. Sweet. That they had to take out at the last minute, which is that is just one of the saddest things I've heard for this game. One of the greatest highlights from the trailers and everything that we've seen about the game before it ever came out was they were talking on and on about the lighting system, and they just, why? I mean, I know why, but still, it hurts. This could have been so much more than what it already was. I mean. Oh well. You take, ow, you mother! You take it what you can get, I guess. You're trying to sneak up on me, huh? Oh no. Bad undead guy thing. So yeah, the lighting system, it's a shame that they had to pull it out because, well, they said they couldn't handle it or some crap like that for the consoles and whatever. It's sad that we had to see it get, what? Oh, okay, for a second there. Oh, we're gonna be going through a lot of problems with that later too. Ugh. Enemies have that slither, tiny slither of health. Oh, here we go.
Give us move.
I love these guys.
Yes, you. Give us Suki.
Give us Suki. Yeah, okay. Now, what you want to do here is leave. Do not discard it. There's a difference between in this game. If you leave an item, you drop it on the floor, but if you discard it, it's gone forever. There's no getting it back. So make sure if you're going to drop an item that you want to leave to these guys, or yeah, use the leave. And now, another great feature about this game is the fact that we no longer have to save and quit. Ooh, white ring.
Yes, yeah.
Save and quit and then come back into the game to see what item we got. White ring. Take the oh, great. That's perfect. So much for getting something good. Basically, what that does, it allows you to keep your appearance as a phantom, and we'll get to that when we be summoned by other players, or when I want to be summoned by other players. Basically, you're gonna look just like a phantom when you're being in the normal game, but only to other players, not to yourself. See, if I put it on, there you go. See, I look like a... Oh, it does change the look. Oh, it didn't do that before to me. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. I look godly. So this is what you look like when you're being summoned to a world as a phantom. Basically, what that is, if you use a tiny... Oh, mother! A tiny soapstone, which basically lets you be summoned to the world for like 5 minutes, and either you kill a boss or you kill like 5 enemies, and then you get revived back to your world, which is an interesting feature. I'm gonna heal real quick. There we go. Which is an interesting feature about this game, because unlike the first Dark Souls where you come on. There we go. Yeah, gotcha. Sucker. Okay, like the first Dark Souls where you have to either be lucky that you get summoned, which, oh my god, which takes either a long time or sometimes it doesn't, but it does take a long time regardless. When get this guy out of the way. Which does sometimes take a long time just to be summoned by another player in Dark Souls. Here they solve the problem. You either leave a tiny soapstone, which I already have. No, I don't. Not yet. And you'll basically come out the world looking like this. It's indicating that you're being summoned as a phantom. When you leave the large soapstone, which we'll get later in the game, you stay there for at least I think it's half an hour, or until you completely defeat the boss of said player's area. This place, I have no point of coming here, because all that is over there is it allows you to change your sex. That's it. So there's no point in me even bothering going there, because there's 2 of those giant fat things that can easily overpower you at this point in the game. I mean, you're in the very beginning, so kind of pointless for you even going there just to get repaid by nothing. And I'm not gonna go to the other areas because there's no point. We're just gonna go straight into Majula, one of my favorite places of the game, and albeit one of my favorite hub worlds. If I had to make a good if I had to say a good compliment about this game, is I like the hub world way better than in Demon Souls or Dark. Well, okay, I wouldn't say better than Demon Souls, more like better than Dark Souls at least, because they're technically, well, there is a hub world technically, but it's not as impressive looking as this. Because this place is gorgeous. You got the beautiful wide ocean view, the sunset always setting, never going down, and never... It's awesome. It's gorgeous. And here, you get to see the worldwide deaths, and holy damn. That's a lot of deaths. 243, damn, wow, people suck. Or they just like to either throw themselves off cliffs or fight people that they're not supposed to, and so on and so forth. Man, this is gorgeous. I love this view. So beautiful. So freaking beautiful. Alright, anyways, we're just gonna go on with the game. Now, we're gonna... okay. First complaint I've had when I first played this game, and many people had this problem too, was how in the hell do you level up in this game? Well, we come talk to this lady.
Are you the next monarch? Or merely a pawn of fate? Bearer of the curse. I will remain by your side till this frail hope shatters. Take this with you. May it ease your journey.
And now we get our first Estus Flask, which basically is our potions.
He who made Drangleic what it once was. He who peered at the essence of the soul. King Vendrick.
You may level up by the power of the Emerald Herald. Okay. Funny note. I don't know if it was a patch or not. But last I recall when I played this was I had no idea where to level up. I had no idea who to talk to and where to find out. She was here the whole time, and even after you talk to her once, you don't go to the level up screen.
Bearer of the curse.
You have to exhaust
misery.
her talk options.
For misery will lead you to greater, stronger.
You know what? Let's just skip this because she's just gonna tell you a little bit about the story. But there we go. Now we can level up, but we don't have enough souls yet. Nope, not yet. No problem though. Now we can level up from her, and we can upgrade our Estus Flask from her. Which, here comes the beauty part. We can already do that right away. First let me get this item over here. I think it's a life gem. Yep, it's a life gem. Sweet. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna knock this rock down, which I'm pretty sure lots of you already figured out. And we get our first Estus Flask shard. Now we can drink. Now we can have more than one Estus Flask, which I should equip. Whoops! Damn it! Come on! Damn it! Oh man, that would be so funny. That was my first death. Just go right off the cliff while I was in the options.
Bearer of...
Yeah. Okay. Now here you go. Yes, please. Thank you, Emerald Herald. Wow, my weapon's already about to... Well, it's not about to break, but it's already lost a lot of its durability. Oh, there's another problem. I wouldn't say it's a problem, but at least to me... oh wait, we don't have the key yet, so... Crap, we gotta get that first. Okay. We're about to reach our time soon, but... I guess the remainder of the time... Well, yeah, first light this bonfire, duh. And... yeah, I was gonna say about the durability options in this game are... Well, I wouldn't say but you know what I mean. The durability for the weapons of this game has been increased astronomically. Astronomical? Yeah, astronomical. And the reason I say that is because in Demon Souls and Dark Souls, it wasn't that much of a problem in terms of keeping your weapon at a, without breaking, unless you really use it without ever going to a bonfire, or in Demon Souls returning back to the main hub world. Damn, that's loud. I gotta fix that. But this one, you really gotta watch the durability of your weapons, because it won't be until later that we'll get a ring that keeps the durability keeps the weapon's durability at a better rate. But even then, with starting weapons, they tend to, they don't break really fast, but their durability drains rather quickly. I don't know why they decided to change that now, when it wasn't a problem before. But, whatever. Since we don't have anything else, I'm gonna put that away. Well, you know what? Just in case, better to have another weapon than have my weapon break and not be able to defend myself. So yeah. This is gonna be the first episode. Second one will be coming up soon. Have a happy new year. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Peruvian Knight signing off.